What's going on, caffeinated crew? Just wanted to take a second to tell you about Church of Hardcore happening August 21st in Pointe-à-Cher, Quebec. It's featuring some of the best local bands from the area, such as Scarfold, Northwalk, Soul Thief, and many others. At checkout, use the discount code BEANS for a limited number of tickets, and you will get an exclusive listener discount. So pick yours up now. Welcome to Beans and Breakdowns, a podcast dedicated to bridging the gap between specialty coffee and the heavy music community. On this episode, I'm joined by Carl Schulz, bassist for the band Great American Ghost. When I was recording the episode, I was sick. I had a cold, so please pardon my strange nasally sounding voice in the episode. So grab a fresh cup of coffee and wake the fuck up! What's going on, caffeinated crew? Today, I'm joined by Carl. He's the bassist for Great American Ghost. Carl, how are you doing this morning?
Dude, I'm good. Have my coffee, just hanging out, getting the day started.
You look very relaxed.
I am indeed relaxed. There's water and there's ducks in front of me. So it's pretty cool to go and sit here and kind of just get chill before I go to work. Like, it's funny. Wake up, get as caffeinated as possible, and then sit in a spot and hang out before I go make coffee to caffeinate people.
So you're a barista?
Yeah. So there's a little like beach town about 15 minutes north from where I live in my hometown. It's called Long Beach Island. I work at this place called The Local. It's like fancy coffee bar / like deli market. So you could like walk in and buy like really cool meat and like sandwiches and stuff. But then you have this other side where there's just like handmade mugs and coffee roasts and coffee beans that are all from different areas in New Jersey. And then, yeah, we just make like really cool coffee. That's like the way to say it. Like we put like some fancy toppings and stuff on it. Don't get it twisted, it's not Starbucks or anything, but we do like really pizzazzed up drinks. So it's pretty cool.
Like nice lavender lattes.
Dude, yeah, literally. We do lavender lattes. We do like lavender lemonades, strawberry rose drinks, like refreshers. Like we do a lot of just like random things, honestly, but it's all good. Like when it's all combined and made together, right. You wouldn't expect it to be good, but it's good.
And that's what's up. I love a good like lavender mocha. Every now and then you get that nice like floral flavor.
Dude, yeah, it's definitely weird, but it's interesting at the same time. Like if you haven't tried it, you definitely have to try it.
I've also had
I know you said you did, but
yeah. Like have you had a rose in anything, like a rose petal flavor? It's beautiful.
Yeah. They make a strawberry rose refresher. It's like lemonade, strawberry pumps, rose pumps, and then like fucking coconut milk on top. And it's surprisingly really good, but I haven't put it in like a latte or anything. I don't know if that would be good in a latte, but it's definitely intrigued me.
It's a nice soft like flavor. I don't know how to describe it other than like flowery and soft.
Yeah, it's like it literally tastes like what a rose smells like. Like actually, I think so. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's a weird flavor for me, but it tasted good in that lemonade and stuff. So I won't complain.
Well, talking more about coffee, what are you drinking this morning?
So I go back and forth from like a Columbian or a more, I don't like too dark roast, but sometimes I'll do like a Sumatra. But today I'm rolling Columbian. It's a brand called Rook. So over here there is a company. I actually used to work for them probably like 3 years ago now. It's a pretty nice chain for what it is. It's not like Starbucks chain, but it's like a group of people own it and they're opening up in like only New Jersey and like Monmouth County.
Okay.
Which is like a couple different towns all in one jurisdiction or whatever. So they have a very, I don't know how to like, I don't know. They just have like very interesting bean flavors, but they're like very like minimal. They're not like, oh, blueberry cobbler mixed with vanilla cinnamon coffee bean. It's just like Columbia, Sumatra. They have like, what other ones did they have? Antigua. They had like really cool, like interesting blends, but like just the flavor of them are so good. So I get bags of them still. I go on the app and buy them. Even though I don't work there anymore, I still get coffee from there once in a while. Like it's really far away from me. It's like an hour to the closest one, but you know, delivery is cool.
How do you brew at home?
I usually do a French press. I don't know. I guess just wanted to brew different ways at home. So I got one of those Chemex things, like the big bowl, and I couldn't find out like the correct measurements, but I also wasn't like weighing the beans and then weighing the espresso and doing all that. I wasn't getting that fancy. So every time I wung it, it just kind of didn't taste like I wanted it to taste. So I knew a French press was a lot easier. So I just got like a $30 French press from like Amazon.
Yeah.
I got like one of those milk frothers from Amazon. And I just started making French presses, dude, with a little bit of foam up top. And they're freaking awesome.
I tell everybody it's easy to learn on a French press because it's hard to kind of mess it up. It's because you're using infusion, it's gonna taste like coffee no matter how you really grind it. So
yeah,
it's a good way to start off. Chemex is tricky for sure, especially if you're not
dude,
weighing. If you can't weigh your beans with a scale.
No, it was just kind of like whatever. Hey, what am I feeling today? I'm feeling 5 scoops. All right, cool. Not even measured, just 5 heaping scoops of coffee. No wonder why my coffee was running out so quick.
That's a lot of coffee, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I like caffeine, so I gotta get my fix in there.
Well, today I'm drinking. I just got back from the UK and Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
So I did pick up like 4 bags of coffee while I was over there.
Very nice.
This is from WatchHouse. It was one of my favorite stops. It's called Yeferson Olaya, and it's a Colombian natural processed coffee, which natural Colombians are insane tasting. They taste a lot of times like wine or fermented kind of taste. But this one has a lot more like white grape, which you can really, really taste that sweet, like almost tart white grape flavor. And then like cane sugar and kiwi flavors. Really good.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, so good.
You got the fruity coffee going. I love that.
Hell yeah. And like, look, so I cut up part of the box because that's where, but it's like a nice box that it comes in. Very sturdy.
Looks like you're buying like a paint gallon.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Looks like a paint.
They're big on boxes over in the UK. I don't know what the deal is, but they love
to. Dude, I noticed that.
Put coffee in a box.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever. Makes it easier for you to grab it, whatever.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, this is a great coffee. I loved the shop. Shop was like under this train station like bridge. And it was like tucked into like an old like warehouse. So they had a roaster in the back, and then like it was crazy. The whole thing, like the bar, everything was made of brick. It was super cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I like places like that. I always try to find spots that are just like super, super laid back and not like fancy, but just enough fancy that it's awesome.
Yeah. And it's cool. Like when it does feel like nice, like, I ordered a pour over and they bring it out on like a little tray with like a glass of water and everything, which if anybody's been to Europe, like Tyler said, like that's how they do the coffee. They bring it to you in like an experience. Dude. So yeah.
I loved Europe coffee, dude. Everywhere over there, honestly, it was like really, really good.
So yeah.
Nice oat milk hot latte, dude.
I would love to know where your favorite European coffee was on the tour.
Oh, dude, I remember the exact place too. Um, it was right outside of a venue, like on the same street. What freaking place was it? I want to say Hamburg. Yeah, it was Hamburg.
Hmm.
Um, it was like a little. I forget the name of the place. I remember I have a picture on my phone of. There's like a sticker outside of it that said something about buying plants or something like that. Save a life, buy plants. Something funny like that. I forget the name of the place though, but it was so damn good. Um, I got a hot latte, and mine wasn't in like a little cup like that. Mine was in like a little like mini soda looking cup like that you would get from like a restaurant, but it was like half that, like a
Okay.
little mini, so that you'd put like milk in at like a diner or something, like a
Like a
little
double
small
wall,
cup.
like a glass, like a double wall glass or whatever.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that, like a little small thing. And they would put the coffee in that. And dude, it was so good. I was like, this is really weird that they put it in a cup like this. Yeah, it was a cool place. I really, really enjoyed the coffee there. Um, the whole area was super, super cool too. But that coffee was just really good. I think I went back like 2 times in the day
Yeah.
and got another coffee.
Yeah, that's how you know it's like a great experience is when it's like I gotta go again before I leave. Like I gotta go.
Yeah. It was just kind of like when we'd show up to the venue and there's coffee around, you just go pretty much right when you wake up. You have
Mhm.
nothing to do yet, or like right when we're done doing what we need to do, go and get a coffee. You pound that coffee down so quick, and then you need another one in an hour, not even. And doors haven't opened yet, and you want to get more coffee. So you
Mhm.
just walk 2 seconds and get another coffee.
Which did you just get back from Australia? Is that where y'all came from?
Yeah, we just did a run with Alpha Wolf, for King, us, and Pale Dusk. And we were there for like 10 days, I think it was.
Yeah.
We got there in June 8th, I believe, or June 7th, like 2 days before the first show. And then we hung out in Melbourne for those couple days and then went to the show.
Which
It's pretty fun.
I know that Australia has like legendary coffee culture, just from friends that have like lived there. Were you able to like venture out any and find some cool stuff?
Um, yeah, I think the only time I really I got like three like really good coffees from good spots, but the rest of the time I just got it from like, well, so I can't say gas station, but they were like more like really fancy like food rest stops. It was really weird. It wasn't like
Mhm.
Hungry Jacks or anything. It was like Nance, like I don't know, I can't even give you a fake name, but they were just like random places, but had good food, like smoothies and coffees.
Mhm.
So I had a lot of those, but some of the days I venture off, like walk 15 minutes away and then find coffee right before it closes. Because every time we were showing up, it was already kind of late, so there wasn't like a lot of like the cool fancy coffee shops around
Right.
or open at least. Tried to get the best coffee that I could.
It's always a bummer because shops, especially in like European influenced countries, they don't stay open past like 5.
Dude, in Australia, dude, I swear all of them were closed at like 3 p.m.
Hmm.
All of them. Like we show up at like 2 something or like 2:30, sometimes 3. And right when I go to look up coffee, it's like, oh, these are all closed.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's a Dunkin' a mile away. Can't even walk there. Turns out to be like an hour walk.
Oh, and I mean, why would you want to get Dunkin' in Australia?
That's what I'm saying. Like I could get Dunkin' back at home if I need to. You know what I mean?
We got Dunkin' at the house.
You got it. Yeah, we can have Dunkin' anywhere. Why are we getting it in Australia?
That's awesome. I loved seeing the photos of you guys in Australia holding the like koala, playing with the kangaroos and stuff, man.
Dude, thank you, man. It was cool.
Because I've seen a few other bands go through, like Jesus Piece went through in 2019, and they also have a bunch of photos of them at the same place. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that's
Uh,
like the place to go when you're in Australia for touring bands. You have to get a picture with a koala. I was like,
yeah.
that's literally the whole point of going to a zoo in Australia to
It's
get that picture.
the only reason we toured in Australia was to get the picture with the koala.
Dude, yes, that's it. Exactly. Everybody will tell you the same exact thing. It's just for the koala picture.
Like we took a total L on the tour, but at least we got the photo.
Hey, you know what? The fact to be over there, number one, that's a W for sure. I'll
Yeah.
take that to be there. But another W just for hanging out with koalas and kangaroos. Okay,
Hell
I'll
yeah.
take that.
Which, I mean, I'm sure y'all had a great time touring with Alpha Wolf. Alpha Wolf is like just completely unreal live. I've seen a ton of their videos.
Dude, yeah, they're nuts. Their live show is so sick.
Yeah.
Lights and all, dude. They killed it on this tour.
So I'm sure y'all had a great time, which y'all fit perfectly on that bill. I think seeing y'all's live videos. I haven't seen Great American Ghost live yet, but watching the videos, seeing the photos, you guys like to do a lot of karate. It looks like.
We like to do some karate things for sure. Some kickies and punchies,
Well, Torture World came out in January. You guys have been,
yes.
it feels like, on tour constantly since releasing in the spring. What's coming up next for you guys with Torture World and the touring happening?
Yeah, I just joined the band, so I didn't do anything necessarily for Torture World. Like I didn't do anything at all. They were like, hey, we need a fill-in guy for a tour. So I did the tour and played a show and blah, blah, blah. And then now I'm in a band. But touring wise, we just did the Australian tour and then we're going back out in a few weeks, I believe, July 20th or July 22nd in Seattle, Washington with Enterprise Earth, Within Destruction, Us, and Sentinels. And then after that one, we just confirmed the other day for Polaris in Europe.
Yeah.
Again with Alpha Wolf and a band called Stepson. So we'll be doing that next in September. So it's like right when we get off the Enterprise Earth tour in August, it's like August 20th. We get off that and then we go back out on the Europe run like September 16th.
Damn.
So like a few weeks again, and then we're back out.
That's like a packed schedule.
Yeah, I mean, this is what the guys were doing it for to begin with, and then that's obviously what I wanted to be doing. So it's cool that it's working out, that we're just gone more than we're home.
Yeah.
Trying to do the thing,
The shows look great. Crowds look like packed. So I really hope that everything's going really well on the tours coming up as well.
Very excited.
Being over in the UK recently, I was at a festival and it was way bigger than I expected it to be, like huge. And it was like a little underground hardcore fest.
Oh yeah.
So it was like 6,000 people and like this, like, I mean, it was packed for like underground hardcore music. It was really weird. So
that's awesome though. Yeah. That many people crammed in an area.
So I'm hoping that you guys have a great time on that EU and UK tour. It's going to be awesome.
I'm stoked for it, man. It should be a good one, especially going back a second time in only a couple months is insane to me. We just went there in May. So now we're going to be back there already. So that's going to be really, really fun.
Just building that fan base, man. Just increasing it. It's going to be awesome.
Trying to, man.
Well, I love the sound of Torture World. I've listened to, the earlier stuff as well. I think I found Great American Ghost on like playlist back when they started in 2015. And I just think like there's a lot of great evolution that's happened. And the new stuff just sounds huge, which I love. So hopefully I get to catch y'all live soon. I love some, like beat down deathcore is what I like to call it, because it's kind of got elements of everything.
Beat down deathcore. Yeah, we're trying to keep the metal strong. Just put out the best riffs that we can,
Yeah. Going back to the karate, I'm a mosher. I love moshing. I love seeing bands do moves on stage. What's your favorite on stage move?
I dude, I enjoy the kicks, man. That's what I like to do. A
That
lot
high,
of all the time. Just a kick.
just a big high kick.
Yes, just kicking over someone's body, but not actually kicking over someone's body.
Kicking over the invisible person in front of you.
Yes, that's something called life. What's it called? I can't punch anymore or do anything with my arms because I popped my shoulder out.
No.
My right shoulder that I play with. The second show of not the last one, but the tour in Europe. We were playing and I just kind of punched in the air. My shoulder popped out. And I just kept playing the remainder of the set. And between every song, I would like lift up my arm and like try to put it on the bass cab and then try to like push it back into place. And it just wasn't working. And I didn't want to hurt myself. So I just played all the songs, finished playing the set, and then I just went to a hospital and they popped it back in for me and sent me back. Free healthcare. So it kind of worked out.
I love that free healthcare, man.
It's fucking awesome. Should have got hurt more while I was there, just so I can get fixed for free.
I know. Take advantage. If you don't get hurt and go to the hospital while you're in Europe, are you even in Europe?
Yeah. It didn't happen. There's no story to talk about unless you go there.
Do you have a performance since you've been a part of the band that sticks out as like the craziest, whether it was like an onstage accident from doing said moves or just like an unbelievable crowd or anything like that?
Dude, I'll say the one crowd that we had in Australia, it was the Brisbane show, I believe. It was like the second to last day of tour. Man, that crowd was insane. Just like looking out and seeing like a sea of people all packed on the bottom level and then up on the top level. It was like all packed too. There's so many people. Just crazy to like be in like an area like that. It looked like it was in like a cargo plane, like big, just huge building. You know what I mean? Where they put all the planes in it and stuff. And dude, just again to see all those people out there in such like a small area is awesome.
Did y'all have any unbelievable pits?
Yeah, I feel like with our set, like it takes people to kind of start to do it. I don't know why, but it gets to a point in the set where we play the song "Scorched Earth," and pretty much every time now for the past couple of tours, Ethan he'll go out into the crowd and like separate everybody himself and like make everybody split up, and he'll just stand there. And then he'll do the part before the breakdown at the end of the song. And then, he throws the mic back on stage and people just fucking attack him and run at him. So that's like usually the big part of the set. People just go crazy at that part because they see the vocalist just out in the pit.
Right.
Standing there. So they kind of get all hyped up.
That's awesome. Well,
That's a fun part.
Yeah. I always love a good wall of death,
Yes, sir. You need to.
Really keeping that metal alive for sure.
It's the goal.
Well, Carl, I really appreciate you hanging out with me this morning. I know that you got to head to work soon, so I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do have one last question before we go. What's your favorite city for Beans and Breakdowns?
Ooh. Dude, Beans and Breakdowns. Dude, I would say Jacksonville, Florida. There is a very cool coffee shop called Brass Tacks. Had an insane hot oat milk latte. It was so good. I didn't even have to put sugar in it. It was just perfect. And yeah, Jacksonville, Florida.
I love that answer because I'm from Savannah. And so Jacksonville was like the place where we would go to shows, basically anything that.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm a huge Jacksonville fan. All my favorite shows have been in Jacksonville. And so that makes me happy.
Yeah, we had there were some good shows in Florida. Like the one I did with Gag was good, and then I've done a couple other shows in Jacksonville in the past, and it's always awesome there. But now that my love for coffee is stronger, I found that place, and it was really good.
I've never heard of Brass Tacks, but Bold Bean was the one that we always went to, which is, I'm sure.
Bold Bean.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. It's gotten pretty big now, but yeah. I mean, Jacksonville has always had amazing coffee. It's a bigger city, so, you know, you can always find some great coffee.
Coffee everywhere.
Yeah. So
it's my favorite place.
But again, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm so happy that you said Jacksonville because that just makes my heart happy. I really wish you guys all the best on the tours coming up, and you know, keep doing keep doing that thing.
Trying to, man. That's the plan. We definitely are not stopping anytime soon. So we'll be doing it.
I'm just waiting on some Canadian tour dates to be announced.
Dude, I would love that. I've never been to Canada ever, so
well, Montreal's 6 hours away.
I would love to get there, definitely.
So we are a metal city, so I think you guys would get a great reception.
All right, I'll definitely make sure that somehow if we can go to Canada, I'll make sure we can go to Canada.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks again, Carl. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Hey, you too, brother. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you.
Of course. Take care.
All right, see you, man.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Beans and Breakdowns. I want to say a huge thanks to Carl for hanging out on the podcast, sharing a cup of coffee before work. Be sure to check Great American Ghost out on one of their mini tour dates that they have coming up, as well as check out Torture World, one of the heaviest releases of 2022 by far. Be sure to check it out. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. You can also find out more information about the podcast if you follow us on Instagram at Beans and Breakdowns or on the web at beansandbreakdowns.com. If you're in the Montreal or Ottawa area, be sure to grab your tickets for the Church of Hardcore. Use discount code BEANS with a capital B at checkout to get an awesome discount. There's only a certain number of those tickets available, so grab yours now. Until next week, stay caffeinated and wake the fuck up!